Hey there. Welcome back to the Slow English Podcast. I'm Mark. It's really good to have you here. Today, I want to talk about something simple but powerful. Something that can make a big difference in our lives, even on bad days. The topic is gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful for the good things in our life. Even small things, like a warm cup of tea, a kind smile, or a soft bed at the end of a long day. There was a time in my life when I didn't think much about gratitude. I focused on what I didn't have. I wanted a better job, a bigger house, more success. And when I didn't get those things, I felt frustrated. Frustrated means feeling upset because something is not going the way you want. One evening I was walking home in the rain. I forgot my umbrella. I was cold and wet and in a bad mood. Then I saw something that stopped me. A child and her mother were sitting under a small piece of plastic. They had no home. But the little girl was smiling. She was holding a small toy and laughing. That moment changed something in me. I realized I had so much to be grateful for. I had a home to go back to, dry clothes, hot food. From that day on, I started a new habit. Every night before bed, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. Sometimes they are big things. Sometimes small, but it helps me remember that life is not just about what we want, it's also about what we already have. Habit means something you do regularly, often without thinking. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. Life can still be hard, but it helps us focus on what's good, and that can give us strength. Let me share a few stories about gratitude. Stories from my own life. One morning, I missed my bus. I was late for work. I felt angry. But as I waited for the next bus, an older man sat next to me. We started talking. He shared a funny story about his grandchild. We laughed. That little conversation made my day better, and I felt grateful for the delay. Because without it, I wouldn't have met him. Grateful means feeling thankful for something. Another time, I had a terrible cold. I couldn't taste anything. My body ached. I stayed in bed for 2 days. But when I finally felt better, I sat outside and ate a simple bowl of soup. And it tasted amazing. I had never appreciated flavor so much. Appreciated means to see the value of something, to be thankful for it. That's what gratitude does. It helps us see ordinary things as special, because they are. Let's talk about some ways to practice gratitude. First, like I said, write things down. A journal can help. A gratitude journal is a notebook where you list things you're thankful for each day. It could be anything. A sunny morning, a phone call with a friend, a good meal, finishing a book, hearing your favorite song on the radio. The more you write, the more you notice. It's like training your brain to see the good. Another way is to say thank you more. To people around you. Thank your partner, your children, your co-workers, even the person who makes your coffee. Saying thank you is a small act, but it brings big feelings. It connects us. It reminds people they matter. There's a story I love. It's about a teacher who gave her students an assignment. She asked them to write a letter to someone they were thankful for. One boy wrote to his grandmother. He wrote about how she always listened to him, how she made his favorite cake, and how her hugs made him feel safe. He mailed the letter. A few days later, he got a call. His grandmother cried on the phone. She said it was the nicest thing anyone had ever done for her. She had been feeling lonely, and that letter changed her whole week. That's the power of gratitude. It doesn't just help us, it helps others too. Now, I want to be honest. There are still days I forget to feel grateful. Days when things go wrong. I spill coffee on my shirt. My plans get cancelled. Or I just feel tired. But even on those days, I try to stop and breathe. I look for one thing, just one small good thing. Maybe it's the smell of rain. Maybe it's a soft pillow. Or the sound of birds outside my window. And slowly, that one small thing grows. It shifts my mood. It gives me peace. Mood means the way you feel at a certain time. Gratitude is like a light. It doesn't make the dark go away completely, but it helps us see. Let me share one last story. A few years ago, I met a man who had lost everything in a fire. His house, his job, even his pet. But when I spoke to him, he wasn't angry. He said, "I'm just grateful to be alive." He told me, "Now I know what matters. Not things, but people, love, health, time." That conversation stayed with me. It reminds me that we all have something to be thankful for, even in the hardest times. Let's review today's vocabulary. Gratitude is being thankful for the good things in life. Frustrated is feeling upset when things don't go your way. Habit is something you do regularly. Grateful is feeling thankful for something. Appreciate is to see the value of something. Saying thank you is a simple act that can bring connection. Mood is the way you feel at a certain time. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for taking the time to be here. I'm grateful for you, for listening, for being open. I hope today's episode gives you something to think about. Maybe tonight, you can write down 3 things you're thankful for, or send a message to someone who means a lot to you. Until next time, take care, go slow, and remember, gratitude is always there. You just have to look. This is Mark. Talk soon.